måste.
Mm-hmm. Oh, damn, you've been able to listen to me the whole time. Why don't I just start? You've probably, if you're here, you've probably been hearing me running around, setting things up. Because I had no plans on streaming today. I had no plans on going live. And then the bombshell hits. Quite literally. It's not funny, actually. I just... Whatever. I was browsing Twitter, as one does. And I came across... Sorry. And I came across this. Now, this is a reporting on a New York Times investigative journalist. New York Times they do visual investigations of different things, and it's kind of alarming. They use. Oh, come on! Really? Really? Well, Wayback Machine always does the trick. God, I hate the New York Times. Riveting reporting here. So they have this reporting and this video here. And it's quite alarming, and they do a lot. I haven't read the entire piece yet. I might do it. Because people have said there's some sketchy reporting in this piece. What I do find very, very alarming... So if we go to the bottom of this page and we go to... Oh, of course not. New York Times visual investigation. If we go here As you can see, this reporting is nowhere to be found. The latest is from June 13th. Before that, it's from April 14th, April 22, May 6th. Like, there's nowhere to be found here for some reason. Why not, New York Times? What is so special? Oh, here it is, latest. Why isn't it up here? It's all the way down here. It doesn't scream confidence. Now, does it? I can go to site settings, and I can block, and then I can go back, and we can reload, and voila. Okay, this video, however, is the thing that I wanted to focus on. You can see here they do some snappy zoom-ins. They show the direction. Witness account and analysis of the video and webment fragments suggest a Ukrainian missile failed to hit its intended target and landed in a bustling street with devastating consequences. Very, very devastating. But I was linked in the comments to that article. Someone linked to this, which came out 11 days ago, which is very... which is a good analysis of what we're seeing here.
I want to show you a great example of DIP, or deceptive imagery persuasion, and a lot of people were fooled by this. A couple of things to start. This is going to start out uncensored on my Substack first, and then I'm going to try to recut this. September 6, 2023, an explosion occurred at around 2 in the afternoon in a crowded marketplace in the Ukrainian city of Kostiantynivka. Now, reports are sketchy, but there's about 30 or so casualties, some deaths. The city is around 21 kilometers from the current front lines. So, let's see if we can geolocate this explosion. Based on this picture from the aftermath, I believe that
I'm just going to let this play a bit.
Golden Age.
I have very little to add here. He's doing a great analysis of the video here. So I'm just going to let this play, and hopefully he's not going to be too mad at me because I'm going to add something. This is very important, but I need you to listen to this entire
located here,
analysis.
As you can see from this curved storefront here. And incidentally, good intelligence is not just verifiable, but repeatable. So all of my geolocation is available on my Substack as well. Now, we're looking toward the southeast, and I believe the camera may be on a pawn shop right here. You hear a clap, then you hear a roar, then you hear a detonation. Now, a lot of hay has been made online about these people looking in the direction that is opposite of the explosion, and I have no idea where that happened. Hearing is weird. Sometimes you hear echoes and you look in the wrong direction. There is this big pawn shop here that the sound could be echoing from. Now, a lot of people also said that there is proof that there was a missile coming from the northwest and hence fired from Ukraine at a Ukrainian city.
Which is exactly what this piece is alleging. This is a Ukrainian missile that came from the northwest.
And this is where the DIP, or deceptive imagery persuasion, comes in. They base this on the image in a reflection from a car. Now, this image only appears in one frame. That's pretty convincing, right? Image, frame, no image.
It's a clear-cut case. Bam, slam, dunk, post it. It's Ukrainians. It's a Ukrainian missile.
Oh, it's got to be a missile, right?
Gotta be.
Now, if you run the zoomed-in version and the normal version concurrently, meaning you keep one on the bottom and run the full video up top, what you see is the explosion actually occurs 2 frames before the artifact that people are claiming as a missile appears.
That's interesting.
So, if this image is a missile, it means it hit its target 2 frames ahead of itself. So if you look at this window here and see how it blurs, I think that what you just saw is the roof of the car buckling from the shock wave and the window kind of turning a little opaque from vibrating, or from the camera vibrating. And if you match it up with the full picture, you can see that the sophists didn't manipulate the image, but they certainly manipulated your perception of the image by not showing the complete image, or not showing a picture in a picture, or just showing the roof of the car with a circle. So you kind of ignore the fact that the explosion occurs before you actually see that artifact. You know, at the end of the day, this was a brilliant piece of disinformation, because it led the average viewer into the conclusion themselves. The best kind of disinformation is one that makes the person you're targeting think that they got to that conclusion by themselves without any help.
That's interesting. That's interesting. I just found a question I had. We'll get to that.
Well, meanwhile, the person practicing the disinformation is leading you along that path. You know, people say that I'm a propagandist, and I'll tell you something.
Now he's just gonna. So why am I here? Why not just, like, this video is enough? And it is enough, in my opinion. But here's the sneaky part that I didn't catch at first, because who would have caught it before actually looking at the before, like, contrasting the two. Here is the New York Times video again. We can just play it, and maybe you'll catch what I caught as well. Let's just play this 9-second video, okay? Did you catch that? Did you? Let's one more time. The video shows here, before the explosion, that's the reflection they are zooming in on, okay? But then we can go, I started to look at other videos. This is from the Times and Sunday Times. Let's look at this. Let's see here if we can find this reflection, shall we? Hold on. Let's go back. Okay, she starts to turn here. Let's see, take a look at this blue roof here. I'm going one frame at a time. I am not seeing anything here. Where's the missile? Where's the missile? Okay. That's one video. It could have been manipulated. Sure. That's not the one. Here. Why don't we look at this one then? Okay. Oh, there she starts to turn. Let's look at the roof. No missile. But the buckling reflection over here after the explosion. But no missile. That's weird. Okay. Why don't we take a look at NBC News instead? Too far. She starts to turn. No reflection. Where's the reflection? The New York Times. Where is the reflection? That's all I want to know. Where's the fucking reflection? What? Now, I saw something, like I said, in this video now. Right here. Here.
You know, at the end of the day, this was a brilliant piece of disinformation, because it led
No, wasn't it? Didn't I see it?
piece of disinformation because it led. At the end of the day, this was a brilliant piece of disinformation.
They're pointing here before. Maybe. So we're going to see here Dojaksek. Let's see. Let's go to Twitter. Dojaksek. Dojaksek. Okay. Dojaksek. From September 6th. I'm not gonna scroll this on. Oh my god, they tweet. I mean, I tweet as well. I'm just saying. Oh my god, they tweet. And of course, it's like Newland. It's all Russian propaganda here. Of course. But that's to be expected from a Russian propagandist. September 9th. September 8th, 7th. Now we're on 6th. Let's see here. And then we need to bring you in. Lord Bebo, also a propagandist, shares this image. Let's see here if we can see it here. Let's slow down a bit. Did I manage to slow it down? Not enough. I'm not seeing a reflection. Where's the reflection? Where's the reflection? I'm not seeing it. It's clear as day in the New York Times piece. Oh, I'm not gonna... Oof. People look towards the sound. Which, again, could be a reflection, a sound reflection. And then here's the manipulation. It's 0.5. 0.25, man. Come on. Where's the... Where? There it is. Oh. Clear as motherfucking day that it's not in the original video. It's not in the original original recording. So why are the New York Times sharing this? Very, very strange. And I could only find one of these guys and another one who's, I believe, is cited in this piece and does some working for visual investigations, tweeting it, and one of these guys retweeting that tweet. That's all I could. Everyone else is just silent online. This does not have high confidence, and this is clearly Russian propaganda that they have just swallowed. They just gobbled it up. Where did this video come from? Where did they get that? It's really, really bad. Why don't we read the reporting and see what happens? See what can be discerned. Why is it so bad? Why the manipulated video? The September 6th missile strike on Kostiantynivka, That place in eastern Ukraine was one of the deadliest in the country in months, killing at least 15 civilians and injuring more than 30 others. The weapon's payload of metal fragments struck a market, piercing windows and walls and wounding some victims beyond recognition. Less than 2 hours later, President Volodymyr Zelensky, just one why. I wonder. Zelensky. How does he spell? How does Volodymyr Zelensky spell his own name? With 2 Y's. This is the Russian spelling of his name. It is journalistic practice to A, pronounce names exactly or as closely as you can to the original pronunciation, and B, spelling the names exactly as the person wants it to be spelled. This is journalistic This right here is enough for me to say they are 100% at least being manipulated, at least being useful idiots for Russia, through and through. They're like, why would they not follow journalistic practice elsewise? Zelensky blamed Russian terrorists for the attack, and many media outlets followed suit. Throughout the invasion of Ukraine, Russia has repeatedly and systematically attacked civilians and struck schools, markets, and residents as a deliberate tactic to instill fear in the populace. In Kostiantynivka, in April, I'm not a journalist, fuck me. In April, they shelled homes and a preschool, killing 6. But evidence collected and analyzed by the New York Times, including missile fragments, satellite imagery, witness accounts, and social media posts, by whom, strongly suggest the catastrophic strike was the result of an errant Ukrainian air defense missile fired by a Buk launch system. The attack appears to have been a tragic mishap. Air defense experts say missiles like the one that hit the market can go off course for a variety of reasons, including an electronic malfunctioning or a guidance fin that is damaged or shared shard off at the time of launch. The likely missile failure happened amid the back and forth battles common in the surrounding areas. Russian forces shelled Kostiantynivka the night before. So they've already shelled it. It's okay. Ukrainian artillery fire from the city was reported in a local Telegram group just minutes before the strike on the market. Ukrainian artillery fire from the city was reported. A spokesman for Ukraine's armed forces said the country's security services is investigating the incident and under national law can't comment further. Of course. Ukrainian authorities initially tried to prevent journalists with the Times from accessing the missile debris and impact areas in the strike's immediate aftermath. Why would they allow journalists to enter a missile strike zone that they want to investigate themselves? Why would they allow that? Explain that to me, New York Times, please. Explain that. But the reporters were eventually able to get to the scene, interview witnesses, and collect remnants of the weapons used. Collect remnants of the weapons used? If the investigation is over by the Ukrainians, on the ground investigation is over, then and they've left behind remnants, I guess, okay. Security camera footage shows that the missile flew into Kostiantynivka from the direction of Ukrainian-held territory, not from behind Russian lines. Again, why don't we take a look? Wait, did I close that window? Looks like I closed that window.
This window here and see how.
Shut up. Here.
Right now, if you run the zoomed in version and the normal version concurrently, meaning you keep one on the bottom and run the full video up top, what you see is the explosion actually occurs 2 frames before the artifact that people are claiming as a missile appears.
There is no evidence at all that the missile came from no visual evidence, at least, that the missile came from the west. It obviously came from the east, in my opinion here. Security camera footage shows that the missile flew into Kostiantynivka from the direction of Ukraine-held territory, not from behind Russian lines. Bullshit. As the sound of the approaching missile is heard, again, could have been audible reflections. At least 4 pedestrians appear to simultaneously turn their heads towards the incoming sound. They face the camera in the direction of Ukrainian-held territory. Moments before the strike, the missile's reflection is visible as it passes over the 2 parked cars, showing it traveling from the northwest. The missile warhead detonates a few yards above the ground shortly before impact, blasting metal fragments outwards. The resulting crater and damage extending from the point of detonation is consistent with a missile coming from a northwesterly route, according to an explosives expert and a Times analysis. I want to know who this explosives expert is. Like, who is he? How do we know he is an expert? Can we independently verify that, please? The impact bomb missile flew into the Kostiantynivka. No, okay. A suspected Ukrainian launch site. Further evidence reveals that minutes before the strike, the Ukrainian military launched 2 surface-to-air missiles towards the Russian front line from the town of Drushkivka, 10 miles northwest of Kostiantynivka. Reporters with the Times were in Drushkivka, when they heard an outgoing missile launch at 2 p.m., followed by a few minutes later by a second. By chance, one member of the team recorded the first launch in a voice message. Unfortunately, what if I inspect element? Can I? Of course. Can I get the audio? Nope. Thank you to New York Times. Thank you for this important investigative piece. Hold on. Do I have Explorer on it? Edge, of course. Can I do this? Nope. Of course not. What if because I really want to hear... Of course. There needs to be... Okay, I'm gonna do some fuckery here. The iframe is gonna be removed. Inspect, form, script, blah, blah, iframe, bye-bye. This is going to be removed. I don't want to do this. This is very annoying to me. What if I... No, that's everything. Like, what I'm doing here is just deleting things. I'm sorry, New York Times, but you're forcing me to do this. I still can't scroll. So what if we delete that? There we go. Thank you. And of course not. Of course not. It's just that. Then I'm afraid we're not going to listen to that audio recording. Block. Residents in Druskivka also reported an outgoing launch at the time on a local Telegram group. One more, a post at 2:03 p.m. said, referring to a second missile launch. Locals near the launches described them as abnormally loud, beyond the sound of war they have become accustomed to, which tracks with witness accounts of past Buk launches. The timing of these launches is consistent with the time frame for the missiles that struck the market around 2:04 p.m. I mean, they could have just... Like, I don't trust this time frame. Okay, Oh, thank you. Great. I don't trust that this time frame is correct at all. That they have calculated the trajectory and they've calculated the time it would take to travel between. I do not trust that after they've used manipulated footage. Additionally, two witnesses who spoke to the Times say they saw the missiles being fired from Druskivka in the direction of the Russian front line around the time of the strike. One of them said he saw the missiles going in the direction of Kostiantynivka. A Ukrainian soldier stationed in Druskivka who asked to remain anonymous also said he heard two missile launches at around that same time. One of the witnesses also said the missiles were launched from fields on the outskirts of the town, a place residents say is used by the Ukrainian military and from which they have previously seen air defense missiles. Times reporters who visited the site saw indication that it had recently been used by the military, including trenches, trash pits, and wide tracks consistent with large military vehicles. Another key indicator, scorch marks. Various ground launched air defense missiles are fired from the rear of a large vehicle and burn the surrounding turf when they are fired. Analysis of before and after satellite imagery shows new scorch marks around the trenches on the day of the strike, possibly indicating that the site was used for launching missiles. Can we get a geolocation on this? Why haven't you given us the coordinates? You've been there. It's obviously not a secret that they were there. So why aren't you giving us the coordinates? Very suspicious that they're not open about this information. The missile in the aftermath of the attack, Ukrainian authorities said Russian forces used a missile fired by an S-300 air defense system, which Russia has used both to intercept aircraft and strike targets on the ground. But an S-300 missile carries a different warhead from the one that exploded in Kostiantynivka. Which, again, indicates that maybe, just maybe, possibly, perhaps, this isn't the Ukrainian missile that veered off target and struck a Ukrainian location, okay? Just maybe, it was Russian. Maybe. The metal-faced facades of buildings, okay, closest to the explosions were perforated with hundreds of square or rectangular holes, probably made by cube-like objects blown outwards from the missile. Measurements of the holes and fragments found on the scene are consistent in size and shape with one weapon in particular, the 9M38 missile, which is fired by a mobile Buk anti-craft vehicle. Okay. Some of the holes were less than 10 millimeters in width. That's like tiny, tiny, tiny. While others are slightly larger. The 9M38 contains two different sizes of solid metal cubic fragments, 8 millimeters and 13 millimeters across. And of course, I just can't, because this is a lazy image and I'm not allowed to watch it apparently, but I believe I have seen those images posted in the Twitter thread actually. Twitter. Nope. Give me the image. Here we go. Here's the images. The size and shape of impact holes caused by fragmentation are consistent with 9M38 missiles, the New York Times. A deformed cuboid pulled out of a crater is consistent with the size of a metal fragment in a 9M38 air defense missile fired by a Buk launcher. I'm wondering if maybe, just maybe, perhaps, by chance, Russians have something similar that can fire similar sizes? Like, I'm no ballistics expert, so I have no idea. It's possible, like, again, it is possible that this reporting is 100% correct. It is possible. It is war, shit happens, missiles get damaged on launch and veer off the course, okay? It is possible. But the use of a manipulated video at the top that shows something that isn't shown in any other video is very suspicious. Very, very suspicious. And the use of social media posts without specifying which social media posts is also very suspicious. How can we are not able to verify that they're not using Russian sources, okay? And that is key here. A Times reporter also reviewed other missile fragments recovered from multiple locations in Ukraine that have been fired by Russian S-300 and S-400 and Buk air defense systems, as well as two different American air defense systems. Their shapes and measurements show that the damage at the market site was most likely caused by a 9M38. Two independent military bomb disposal experts, who asked to remain anonymous so they could speak candidly, came to the same conclusion and said that the fragments and damage at the strike site are most consistent with a 9M38. Again, if they hadn't used the manipulated video above, this reporting wouldn't have been in question. But now I'm questioning these experts. Just like I questioned Seymour Hersh and his experts, you know? Anonymous expert. I understand anonymity, especially during wartime, especially in these situations where you're casting doubt on an ally. I understand that. But use of manipulated video makes it all seem suspicious. Several witnesses either heard or saw Ukrainian forces firing surface-to-air missiles from Dushkivka towards Kostiantynivka at the time of the market strike, and evidence collected at the market shows that the missile came from that direction. Why the missile, which has a maximum range of just over 17 miles, may have landed in Kostiantynivka is unclear, though it's possible it malfunctioned and crashed before hitting its intended target. In any case, at such a short range, less than 10 miles, the missile is most likely to have landed with unspent fuel in its rocket motor, which will detonate to or burn upon impact, offering a possible explanation to the widespread scorch marks at the market. The explosion isn't enough for widespread scorch marks? Again, I'm no ballistics expert, but I wouldn't, like, maybe? Like, I have no idea. But again, the most telling thing is the use of this. I have not been able to verify those missile reflections anywhere at all. Let's see if we can find some something on Twitter. Well, I'm already here. All right. Yeah, someone asked these experts. Russian Leviev's main fails military analytics by feel. Watch our new video with English subtitles about a doubtful expertise of the Russian founder of the OSINT group conflict intelligence team putting forward the false theories on targeting and tragedies in Ukraine. Are they OSINT? Not mentioned. Again, they are open source intelligence. Open source. Nope. Like, who your experts are is very important. What? Oh, okay. For some reason, when I go through this link, I'm getting this. Okay. No audio? Okay. This is just, let's see here. Missile launched at 2 p.m. And a few minutes later. They didn't say 2. Or is it one more? So okay, so it's not 1 minute. Possibly it's 4 minutes. Got it. So that's 5 miles. And this is 10. So if it came here from here and it veered off course immediately, it couldn't have hit anything in Russian held territories. Could it have even like Bakhmut? Possibly, but it's like really, really close then. If you can only travel 15. Wasn't it 15? Was it 17? Just over 17. So it's possible 5. So it couldn't have hit still there, but it possibly could hit Bakhmut. Because 15 seems to be like right around here. So right here. But then again, it might have been launched around here. Like we don't have the geolocation, or it might have been launched around here, going in Kostiantynivka's direction. Yeah, it's straight ahead. Like I have no idea where this launch happened because they didn't give us the coordinates. So how can I verify it? Institute for the Study of War with American Enterprise Institute, Critical Threats Project. Who are these people? Kimberly Kagan. Do we have nothing? Nothing. Okay. Just making sure. Just making sure. ISW currently publish daily updates on the 2022 Ukraine pro-Russian offensive campaign. Reception. ISW maps have been republished by Reuters, Financial Times, Guardian, ISW has been described as a hawkish Washington group for favoring an aggressive foreign policy. Okay. That's not good. That's not good. We're not going to free scroll Twitter. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And it's very telling in this piece that they haven't shown us an unaltered image. Oh, here it is. Oh, here it is. Okay. Is this an unaltered? Nope. It's not an unaltered image. Why not? Why this? Why? Where's the unaltered video? So that we can verify for ourselves. I can't view images from Telegram without being... Can I inspect, perhaps? Nope. Nope. And that's their own reporting. I don't know what this is. I don't know. Oh, whoa. This is clearly... What does it say? Translate. Detect. From the checkpoint, MLRS launched towards Artemovsk from the ground. So why aren't they showing the unaltered images? Now I'm just free scrolling Twitter here to see if I can find some new information, perhaps. Here's another. Why don't we just a random video from Twitter here. Let's see here. We can slow it down. Let's look. See if we can find. Thank you, Twitter. Thank you. I appreciate this. Absolutely. I appreciate it. There's nothing there. Let's see if we can zoom in on this. Oop, we're gonna have to do some. So that's the original claim, you know? It's right there. Let's see if we can find the new claim. That's the explosion happening right now. I've yet to see any missile on the roof there. There's nothing. And then the explosion happens. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Fucking fly. I don't know where this fly came from, but he's been living with us for the past 2 days. And I'm waiting for the cast. They tend to like hunting flies, it seems. But not this one. So there's nothing there. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh. Nope. Let's see here. Well, why don't we take this random dude? I have no idea who this is, but he seems to have been at the location at least. I was at this market just a few weeks ago. Kostiantynivka is about 16 kilometers from the edge of Bakhmut. Still about 2,000 people stayed behind. The idea that was for my photographer friend to make pictures, and I wanted to interview people. The locals were fiercely opposed to journalists, though. We had some journalists here once, and 1 hour later got a shelling. We respect their wishes. We respected their wishes and left. Not just old people. I saw children playing in the center. The edge of the improvised market looked like this in the middle. More extensive stands selling water, cleaning supplies, tanks of gas for cooking. I suppose there was a high chance of people are dead now. Okay, it's just it's not giving me new vital information here. Russian terrorist attacks attack on Ukraine 2 hours ago. 16 people, including children, have been killed and 25 injured at this moment. Okay, this is just 2 hours after. Sorry for the audio. Oh, and she's not. Okay. Can you stop being in the way? Damn fly. Okay, this is just reported 2 hours after the strike. Oh, we actually see something. Can we trust you? We're actually seeing something here. Why haven't I seen that in other footage? Is the question. Why in this footage? This is not hard to manipulate, to be fair. To be fair, this is not hard to manipulate, so we're going to check out this account. Because this account could just be a troll. And if so, we might have found the source of the investigation's claims. So I'm going to stop free scrolling here. $300 followers. And they stopped. The last post is from September 8th. When was it created? May 2012. Can we... let's see if we can find some old posts. From that before to 20... Why don't we go 2019? See what they were posting back then. I want to... Do I have to give you everything? There. Nothing prior to this. From. Nothing prior to that. What if we go up a year? Nothing. Nothing. That's very interesting. Very suspicious that they scrubbed everything. What if we go 10? When did they start? What is the earliest post we can find? Hitler called for the responsibility of the USSR, and for what? For the attack of Germany on the USSR? What is... Why isn't that being translated? Detect language, please. You need to drink less. Okay. So she's... This account is calling out Medvedev. Why did I close that window? The main Ukrainian clown... Okay, oh yeah. Okay. Proposed to call the entire population of Russia to responsibility. The last time Adolf Hitler tried to implement such ideas in relation to an entire people, do you have any other question about the nature of Ukrainian power? Interesting, interesting. So there don't seem to be a Russian simp. Ukrainian Crimea, well, Usyk, I don't know what Usyk is, who has been saying for 8 years that Ukrainians and Russians are fraternal people, has now also suddenly become a Nazi. Russians? Is the disease transmitted directly through the air? Okay, so this account is not a Russian simp at least. Still very suspicious that that there's no posts prior to the war, despite having been an account since 2012. And stopping shortly after reporting on this. There's a repost here, I see. Can I find who has reposted it? What if I do this? Okay. So that's an early source claim showing the missile. Why haven't I been able to find other such sources? It's quite advanced. No, Kostiantynivka and from September, was it 6th? can see the reflection here. Why am I seeing the reflection there, but I'm not seeing the reflection elsewhere? It's possible that it might have been manipulated in the opposite direction. That the later reports about this scrubbed that image. Can I perhaps... Is it the same? It's much clearer here. Much, much clearer. Can I find, perhaps... Let's go tools. Custom range. And let's go there.
In contact ground the wound offender that you the Russian if I could praising Ukraine president but it look so.
Give me. I understand. Are they just showing the impact? They're not showing the lead up to the impact. Thank you for that. Your servers have been useless. Do they manipulate the image first? We'll see. She turns around. I am not seeing. Oh, I saw something. Did I? Maybe. Very low quality. Very low quality. It's possible it's there, but it's extremely low quality. That's just the aftermath. Just, but you know, it's not what I'm interested in at the moment. Let's just take a look one more time at this. I want to know the only way to really know what's happened here. Let me just actually do one thing. before I give my final thoughts and end this stream, I'm going to do chip. The only way to know what is actually happening here, what has actually gone down, who is at fault for this strike, is to have the original video analyzed. There seems to be two versions floating around. One version shows a Ukrainian or a missile prior to hitting the source or the target. And another one doesn't show it. New York Times used the one that shows it. Where does that video come from? Is it from the source? Can we get some official statement from Ukraine about this, perhaps? That is what I want to know. I thank you all for watching. This was an impromptu thing, and God, I really hope this wasn't Ukrainians' hands or fault. That would be propaganda-wise. That would be very, very bad. Not that it would matter to those who are already following or Vatniks already who are on Putin's side, on Russia's side. It's not going to sway them either way. And if by some chance Ukraine comes out and says, oh, here's the original video, they're going to say, that's manipulated. It's not going to sway them at all. And I didn't see anything about where they got the video from, which tells me probably they didn't get it from the source. They got it from online. And if you don't get it from the source, that's not good. That's not good. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll go live on Friday. Bye-bye.